Stars she blows. It's all waiting. Yo, what's up? What's up? I'm surprised someone actually showed up, considering I didn't put any any announcement. But hello, hello, everybody. All right, the post is out, and I am sending out the everything. I'll get it started real quick like in a moment. I'm just sending everything out and then I'll be ready to go. Womp, 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 womp. My God, I keep on saying A. Womp, 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 womp. So, let's see how this goes. Yo! Hello, face. What's up? What's up? I'm sending stuff out still. I'm slow as hell in the uptake, but that's fine. Once everything gets well and truly going, then I will start it up in earnest. Ooh, 26 minutes. Oh boy, can't wait. Don't worry, I will also be recording this for future whatevers. So that out and do the same on Blue Sky. To smile. There we go. Alright, stuff's been sent. I can now officially do my bloody job. Anyways, mushy mushy. So, I have a list, y'all can't see it, but I got the list of a bunch of questions. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 questions. What's an Elgato? An Elgato is a streaming device that helps with, like on the fly stream stuff. It essentially adds extra buttons to your layout, and it's like physical buttons that you click, and so having that, I believe, would help me out immensely in enhancing not only my live streams but also my video making in general. So, but unfortunately, the least expensive one of the ones that I want is like 150 fucking bucks. I don't expect y'all to blow that out of the water. I will at the end of the day, probably pay off some of it with my own money. But if we can get it to like halfway, I'll accept that. You know what I mean? It's one of those far off things where if I get it completed, then yay. If not, it's no problem. For a button, yeah. 1 second, hold on. Let me look up Elgato's real quick. It's a Stream Deck. Elgato Stream Decks. The Mark IIs, which I think is what I want. Yes. Hold on. Hold on, I gotta... Oh, there's no way to keep the music. Whoops! Oh, lol. Alright. We're just gonna... Alright, the music's gonna call off real quick. We're gonna go over to Gamey Game. So like, hello. So like, if I can open up Firefox. Yeah, this is an Elgato. This thing. It's kind of dumb how much it costs. You can see up there, yeah, 150 bucks. It's wild. Oh, you can still hear it, right? Yeah. But you add a lot of buttons. You add a lot of ways to do things. A lot of streamers use it a majority of the time. There's like face plates and all that. It's wild. I don't expect for me to get it anytime soon. Yeah, you know, that's the thing. It seems like it's nothing much. Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly what I wanted to use it for. Instead of because what I use right now, I use the numpad on my keyboard to change it. The problem with that, the numpads are also used within the computer, so I can't, so unless I'm like in OBS and I can freely click those buttons, it will do potentially something. And I don't want for it to potentially do something on like here. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's where we're at right now. Yeah. It unfortunately is not great, but it would be nice for the PNG tuber stuff. Anyway, let me start the recording real quick. Hello everyone. It's officially the Q&A stream. Oh my god, it's officially a Q&A stream. I'm at y'all had the questions from the posts from before, and I've compiled them down on a list of if these will be worthwhile questions or not. I don't know. This may take forever. This may take a long while. Some of these may be like pretty involved questions. And I don't know. Regardless, I guess let's get started with some of them now that we got a nice little tune going. Before I start though, everything sounds good, everything, you know, everything's a good feel, yay, nay. I'm sure it seems fine. Mind covering a lot. Yeah, and that's... Yeah, and considering that you will be leaving in a moment, Face, if you want, I can start with that after I get some of the more basic ones done. Since I know that you'll be leaving in like 20 minutes. If you want. I'll also be making a video about this, and I'll probably be putting it up sometime later in the next few days. So it's solely up to you. I am willing to shift if needs be. Yeah, that sounds perfect. Fuck yeah. Alright, so the question was, it's gonna be a low question, some differences between my version of Alternia and the one from Canon. Because I did mention before in a stream that I don't think is available because I didn't record it, but it is available on the YouTubes, that I talked about Alternia in my own personal headcanon, or my own personal canon that Ozios is a part of. So it's going to be a loaded question, and what it is that it's going to be somewhat of a loaded answer. It's going to be a little slapdash. So, my Alternia, first of all, is a lot more... I guess a lot less, you know, genocidally militaristic. For that reason, first of all, Earth has come into contact with Alternia and vice versa. And because of that, that's part of the reason why I have a lot of like stuff that would be considered human stuff that aren't converted into troll culture. Because they're like imports from Earth. And Earth is still around even though they've come into contact with Alternia. Because Alternia is using Earth as a bargaining chip. And as like a sort of blackmail. Because why conquer when you could instead, you know, squeeze them for all they're worth? Will Earth stick around for Alternia's near future? Maybe, maybe not. But for the moment, Earth and Alternia coexist and have like spaceships go from one in between both systems and planets. Extort Earth for profit? Yes. Absolutely. That's pretty much how it is. Earth gets like little like paltry shit, or Earth gets paltry shit and not getting evaporated by the Condess and her what was it, the gold blood, was that the helmsman? Yeah, the helmsman. And in return, Alternia gets a bunch of cool little quirky things. So I'm gonna get through like a few questions and then I'm probably gonna start up some gameplay. But anyway, that's for later. So another thing with Alternia is that for my Alternia, because, and this is mainly because I hate thinking about it and I hate writing about it even more because it seems like a huge clusterfuck. When it comes to paling for doing your due diligence as a resident of Alternia or as a resident troll of Alternia, you need to pale, both for pitch, both for love and for hate. And this is very simplistic. A lot of people will have like more nuanced takes of this. I don't. Straight up. Straight up, I don't. So my version of Alternia means that you can either have a hate fuck relationship or a lovey-dovey relationship. And you won't get cold for only having one or the other. As long as you, like, input more. The reason for this, and I'm thinking about this on the spot, haha, is, there's been a huge boom of new people coming in, and because Alternia is not trying to demolish and destroy everybody, they do have a few people who actually wanted to live on Alternia. So it's not impossible to see, 1, human architecture, 2, human trade and commerce and whatnot and merchandising, and 3, even having actual humans be in Alternia is not uncommon. It's not common, but it's not like it's uncommon. Just like with Alternian trolls, they are in like suburbs and whatnot, separate areas of the planet. Usually, you would call it segregation, but I guess you could call it that, because of course, you know, it is the contest, so, you know. But overall, that's my line of thinking for in terms of why there's like humans, and of why the paling is not as harsh as it used to be, or as it could be. You still need to at least contribute you need to contribute your goo for the greater good of Alternia, but it's not a requirement to fill both pails. And so, because of that, I don't need to worry about having 4 different fucking quadrants be all together for every single person. Because I already have an idea of there being like a lover's quarrel between Ozios and Wizkin, as well as Teruli, my teal. You can see them. Hold on. You can see them in the background here. These 3, all these 3 have like a sort of like a friendship slash sort of like love triangle going on. Ozios kind of has feelings for his brain Boulder. The idea of alternate empire and Earth being in some sort of alliance while the one side sorts the other sounds interesting. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's like so much interesting shit you can do with Alternia. I also imagine it to be like pseudo, like in like the beginning stages of like a cyberpunk type of dystopia in terms of looks, because I fucking love that. But anyway, the love triangle. So Ozios still has like his whole idea of Boulder, but in the quote unquote official version of my own headcanon, she doesn't like exist really. It's like Brain Ghost Dirk, but it's Brain Boulder instead. That's what I mean by when I talked about he sometimes hallucinates. He sometimes hallucinates Boulder being there just randomly. He sometimes talks to himself with what other people see as him talking to himself when he's actually talking to Boulder. So that I want that dichotomy because, you know, Page of Light. You know? Meanwhile, Ozios also has a little bit of a crush on my teal blood Teruli. This was like even before, like this was like before I even thought of the idea of like Boulder just straight up being canon in this, or even like a thing, straight up being a thing for Ozios. This was mainly a thing for me initially, but it's whatever. But and Teruli. Literally crazy? Yes. Everyone here has a little bit of something going on. Either from their past, their unknown future, or their present being really, really fucking weird. Teruli has eyes for someone else completely. By the way. Teruli has eyes for different people. For a different troll altogether. Wizkin is like head over heels. This olive blood. Head over heels for Ozios because of an event that happened earlier on in his past when he met Ozios. It was like a love at first sight thing. We're all insane our own ways. Real. Real. But yeah, because of that, there's like, it's not really a triangle. It's more so a line. You know, Wizkin likes Ozios. Ozios likes Teruli. And Teruli doesn't give a goddamn about either of these dudes. So, yeah. So that's that for that. And so and that's the reason why I think like Alternia is a little different, because I didn't want to have to think about a hate relationship as well as like a mediator relationship as well as a ride or die friends relationship. I just didn't feel like dealing with that. So overall, not too bad. Alternia also, unlike a majority of quadrants are complicated, abso-fucking-lutely. That's why I don't fuck with it. They're too goddamn complicated. I like human stuff already is complicated. The last thing that we need is quadrants being complicated as well. I'm increasing your chat box just because we're mainly talking. Oop, 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 not too much. There we go. Mush, mushy, mushy. But yeah. So the clown cult, the juggalo cult, the mirthful messiahs and whatnot, unlike official works, which for some godforsaken reason, despite being told in Homestuck proper saying the clown cult is a niche thing involving purple bloods and Alternia culture in general, but yet every single fucking purple blood is a part of the goddamn cult. So it seems like everyone past that point seems to have forgotten that that was the fucking case. So that's fucking cool. Meanwhile, like, I'm here like, but I like purple bloods. I got assigned as a purple blood because I'm a Capricorn. At least according to the old astrology signs. But so I was like, fuck that. I'm just gonna make a regular ass purple blood who still has all the problems that come with it. But yeah, the clown cult is actually a cult. Oh my god, Paper Mario. Yeah. You always saw as a subjugator. Yeah, I think that, and I think that's the main thing, was that it was a subjugulator thing, but I don't think they always pick, either they do pick them from the clown cult, or they don't always do it, and they just convert them. I have no clue. There has to be a reason for why there are so many purple bloods that we know of that are a part of the clown cult, and not a single fucking one that isn't. But I'm gonna be the one, I'm the one who has made one that's just straight up a dude. Just straight up a dude. Cults are weird, indeed. I mean, shit, we're making one in Cult of the Lamb. Good ass game. Oh my god, I want to play that now. Clown cult's even weirder, yeah. That's why my 3 or 4 Pro Blood OCs are outside the cult. Based as fuck. Based as fuck, you're valid as shit for that. I love that. My other Purple Blood OC, Ramina. I think that's her name. Hold on. I gotta check the files. Ramina Zizuda, I think was her name. Let me check. Yeah, Ramina Zizuda. She is also not a part of the clown cult, but she has the same upbringings as the she was a part of the same band of misfits as Ozios was, of the Righteous Reapers. I think I'd like to have the idea that Purple Bloods need to be a part of some kind of structured something, some type of structured group in order to truthfully function to their best. Or else they will, you know, fall apart like Gamzee did when he fell off course and did Murder Stuck. But other than that, Jade Bloods are not restricted to the caverns. They're allowed to do whatever the fuck they want. Teruli is all about that money moves, so she's out of the chambers. She's not cloistered. There is the very, very, very rare, like, 3% of the population that may or may not be, Lime Bloods in disguise. She had to making them dollar bills real. She is also very bad at making it. and also keeping it. But yeah, there is like a small percentage of trolls, like it's gonna take like you meeting 1,000 trolls and you may find one that potentially could be a Limeblood. But Limebloods are somewhat making a comeback in the gene pool because they've been so down low. Then they weren't discovered as much. Hemo anons in disguises, best way of keeping yourself from not being cold. Yes. And really, it's really the between of like the Limeblood and the Olive Bloods and the all the other bloods that are near that color. It's you can really like change the hue, and unless people are really looking at the hue color, no one's gonna bat an eye. No one truthfully gives a shit. Unless, you know, you're on the sword tip end of a Limeblood and you realize why they're so ferocious. So yeah, other than that, and I think the only other thing, and I already talked about like the Cyberpunk S sort of deal. I think that's about it. That or just hemoist, yes. Unless you're like Equius and you're just like you're all about that hemo spectrum. In which case you're just weird, bruh. You're just a weirdo. But I think that's about it for the moment. I'm definitely gonna oh, one more thing before I go to the next question. This is also all within the background of it being like both an info war and also a physical war going on throughout Alternia. Alternia is kind of having a civil war going on, like a guerrilla warfare civil war, and you'll realize that once I get more art as well as more of a background of one of my characters who is one of those war soldiers. So there is something on the horizon for Alternia, but it really depends on of who goes where and if the game gets played. If the game gets played, then the whole war aspect goes out the fucking window. If the game doesn't get played, then that eventually creeps up more and more. Also, let it be known, every single one of my characters is above, I think, the sweep's age of like 20. Or the human age of 20. They're like, what, 10, 11 sweeps old? Haven't seen one of those since the Summoner's Rebellion. It's something that's very interesting to try and deal with, because when you think about it, there's a lot of nuance that goes into a civil war, because there are going to be some people who don't want that war to happen or who are very much anti-rebels. So it could be interesting. Of where I'll go with it, I have no bloody clue. But yeah. But I think overall, I think that's generally that question done. Those are some of the differences between my version and the official Alternian one. So yeah. Let's see. Let me make sure that this is still going. That is still going. Okay. Ooh. Yeah. Sorry. So that's that. Now I'm gonna go. I guess I'll keep with the should I keep with the Alternian stuff, or should I just go for more general stuff? Go down the line. Because this was solely just because FaZe had to go somewhere. It's up to y'all. It's up to, you know, whoever's sticking around. Because I'm willing to go down the line. I'm also willing to go out of order. It don't matter none to me. Your paint Alternia. Let's initialize some pawn. I gotta go though. Yeah. Yeah, I figured. Have a good one, FaZe. I appreciate you showing up. I appreciate you coming out. Thank you for having that really good question, and I'll make sure to I'll make sure to keep this recording going for you for the rest of it. I appreciate it. See you. Alright, I think now I am going to try and play some games while having this in the background. Hold on. Thanks, bud. I appreciate it. I guess I already have 2 chats going. I don't need this chat as well. Okay. Alright, so the next question that I got asked was over in, I think this time I'm just gonna go down the line. So, I got asked what inspired me to make my channel. Like, overall, like the channel of Soldier Surplus. Well, initially, that was mainly because I don't really know. I guess I made it initially because this was my personal account. It was initially my personal account. You know, I didn't think too much about it. And then I went to go and I did my first ever video. And that was the I think that was the 400, yeah, that's the Homestuck Misery CPR meme. That was probably my most prolific video I think I've ever made. And I'm really happy with how it went. I really am happy with the fact that this is what caused me to just start all this. I'm constantly just overwhelmed by how much it just blew up. I didn't know what to do with myself. My first ever video, and it absolutely just exploded in popularity. Like, and it just seemed like such a slam dunk of an idea. I was like, no one else is gonna make it, so I may as well make it. And so, and then, you know, the rest is history. I decided to just play Pester Quest because I've never done it before. I've never played Pester Quest, and I decided, why not? So, but then afterwards, I slowly started to make more meme videos. I started talking about shit. I started making clips. And I think where was my first ever oh wow. I'm looking through my shit right now. Oh, my Smasher Pass was that was a really good one. I gotta make one for the Friend Sim 2 one. When Friend Sim 2 comes out. I really have to. Fuck. Oh. Here it is. The thing that really blew up was relatively recent. Only a year ago. Which is wild. The 413 limit. The Russian Badger X Homestuck meme. That was my first ever Homestuck Russian Badger meme. And I was just like, wow. Wow. That's a lot of fucking views in a short amount of time. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Wild. Absolutely wild. And it just kept going from there. I kept on trying to do Friend Sim stuff. I kept trying to do gameplay. You know, Russian Badger stuff. And, you know, the rest was history. But what really inspired me to make the channel was mainly just, you know, to make the funny. Straight up. It was to make the funny. And to make something interesting. So I think that's probably for that. So I think that's that question done. So that's good. Once I get this next question done, I will probably... Actually, let me do this now while I'm pissing about doing fucking all. Let me make sure that the thing's still going. It's still going. Will I stream for 90 minutes? Probably. Hold on. I gotta start up a thing. Ooh, Bloons. We're playing Bloons! This is the gameplay. My computer may explode. Okay. Oh, fuck. Okay, that's cool. Do I have balloons on here? Ah. Here we go. I don't think I do. Fuck. Wait, I do. Does this show up? Oh my god, it does. Moshi moshi. Sorry. Alright, so stuff still stays the same. I'm just going at it. Let's go skates. Actually, let's go scrapyard. All right. And now I gotta move all of my shites. Gotta move the chat box down a little. Actually, I could probably move it back down to over here. There we go. That's fine. Oh, shit. Okay. Alright, so overall, what do? I don't know. Wow, we have not a lot. Holy fuck. Shit. I need to switch over people. I need to get a new legend.
The pack is ready.
Where was I? Scrapyard. Let's go hard. Okay.
This is my territory.
Alright, so we are now officially continuing on with the questions. Now that we have the balloon stuff going, and I'll even lower it down even more. So, next question that I had. Have you considered multiplayer Mind Stuck? Yes. I have considered it, and I have considered that, I'm not entirely sure if I'm ready for something like that. I have no clue, because doing that, a lot of people have said, requires me actually doing stuff involving a Discord, and I'm not so sure if I'm ready for that. Like, straight up. I don't think I got that dog in me. I just don't think I do. I wish I did, but I just don't. Maybe later, honestly. It's not impossible. It's not like I won't ever do it, because I do feel like I probably will. I'll get convinced by someone or something to convince myself to do this. I don't know what it will be, but it will be something. But I have considered it. I may do it. I may not. It's a wishy-washy answer because I myself don't know what I want from myself. So I think that's probably as good as that's gonna get. Now, someone here asked me as well, this is another question over here, what is my favorite Faygo flavor? That's a good-ass question. I do not know. I don't remember. I remember having Faygo and really liking it. I think it was, I want to say pineapple something? Oh shit, my bad. That is Yalto. Let me open up something different then. Fago flavors. What the fuck? They have Jolly Green Apple? What the hell? I think my favorite's honestly probably the it's either the firework or pineapple orange. I like Yarshni. They have a ginger ale Fago? What the hell? I think overall, yeah, it's probably either firework or pineapple orange. I'm not really much of a cherry cola guy. I wanted to try cream soda, but I did not. I have not done so yet. Red Pop is something I also haven't tried yet. I think I have tried it. Was it pineapple watermelon? It was one of the pineapple flavors, but I remember the pineapple being really good. There's that Moon Mist that I heard about. I have not tried Moon Mist. And I think we can do that. Okay. That I think that's that. Is that even my answer? I have no clue. I have no clue. I'll just say yeah, it's probably the firework one or pineapple orange. Actually, it's probably pineapple orange. I think I'm locking in that answer. Pineapple orange is probably my favorite Fago flavor. Let's do that. So here's another one. Do you like the Dancestors? And what is your favorite or least hated? I don't particularly care for the Dancestors. I don't hate them, but I don't love them. I think they're perfectly okay. They are whatever the hell they are, and I don't mind them.
More.
They could be better, but they also could be worse. That sounds like such a bitch-ass answer, and that's because it is. I have no, like, real big opinion about them. But I don't know. I wish I could tell y'all. I wish I could really tell you, because I have no bloody clue. I got no real big boy opinions about something that is just like to me, you know? I think if I were to say my favorite or least hated, my favorite would probably have to be either Porum or Mulin. Quite literally, why? I like their character designs. That is a wishy-washy way to say that I find them attractive. That's pretty much it. Yeah. So I think, I don't mind the Dancestors, and my favorite's either Porum or Mulin. There we go. So now we're getting into something a little different. We're talking about Pokemons. So, someone asked, what is your favorite Pokemon? My favorite Pokemon is anything involving the Shinx line. Specifically, I like Luxio. I love Gen 4. Gen 4 is like my favorite gen. And it's for a goddamn reason. So yeah, I like Gen 4. It's my favorite Pokemon. Now, the next part of the question was, what's your favorite Pokemon type? That is a bit of a harder question. I'm not sure. Usually, I'm a leaf guy. I'm kind of basic like that. I like it leafy. But I also like water because a lot of the starters that I like are water-based. But a lot of the starters I like are also leaf-based.
Tasty.
So I'm kind of at an impasse. I don't know. I guess if I had to say anything, ooh, that's hard. I have no clue. That's such a shit ass answer. Probably water. If I had, and I think I did this before when I was talking to myself, really, about there being, like, different stuff. What the fuck am I talking about? Different, oh my god. I'm trying to also, like, this, it's starting to ramp up in Bloons, and now I'm like, oh shit, I gotta lock it in. Hit it, fuck! Okay. Whatever. So, basically, I gotta stop this for a second to think. Water. Water is my favorite. Second favorite, leaf or grass. My third favorite, if I had to pick a top 3, and my third favorite is probably flying. I really like flying. One of my favorite Pokemon is Decidueye. So, probably tracks right there, yeah? Overall, it's not bad. Okay, so now I can do this more efficiently without having to worry about having to lock in from time to time. So, that's my favorite Pokemon type. And next, what is my favorite legendary? This was all one, like, continuous question. My favorite legendary Pokemon. Ooh, that is another good question. I don't know.
Tasty.
Huh. One second, let me lock this in. My favorite Pokemon, that's a good question. Let me look this up. I actually don't know what all the legendaries are. I could cop out and say God, but again, that's a cop out. All legendary Pokemon. Ooh, look at all these cool ass Pokemon. It'd probably have to be from a... It'd probably have to... Okay, have to. Quote unquote, have to. It's probably a mix between... These are sub-legendaries. Big legendaries. Big dick legendaries. I think Giratina is probably up there, if not my favorite. Because I really like Platinum. Probably that. And then there's also the mythical, which also counts. Actually, they don't all count. Huh, interesting. But yeah, my overall thoughts are probably going to have to be Giratina is probably my favorite. And a close second is probably either Deoxys or Rayquaza. Don't ask why, I don't know. Yeah, intense banjo moments. Oh yeah, what happened? What happened to the... It's still showing this. How odd. Oh, it's the Donkey Kong Country. Hold on. Incopolis News? Yeah. This is supposed to be a chill mix. Spring Nintendo mix. We're just gonna switch right on over. There we go. Poggers. Just so nice and simple. Okay. So, favorite legendary Giratina, and second favorite, I said either Rayquaza or Deoxys. Yeah. So, yeah. That's for that. Alright, I think now we're going to get into the more Homestuck questions again. With it being, how many sweeps old are you? Me personally, in terms of human years, I'm 25. In human years, I'm 25. Sweeps to years converter because I can't do it myself. So if my human years are 25, my Alternian solar sweeps would be 11.5, rounded up or down. Hey, guess what? I pressed the fucking thing again. Whoops. Oh, this isn't on my numpads. No, wait, I pressed my numpad, you dumbass. Oh my god. Okay. But yeah, this is why I need an Elgato. Because if I want to do some simple clicks on the numbers, then I end up doing fucking... You know? Oh, my fuck. God damn it. Okay, we're good. But, yeah, if we're talking about Ozios, I deadass don't remember what his age was. That's probably a bad thing.
Tasty.
Real quick. He's 10 sweeps, so he's younger than me. 10 sweeps. 10 sweeps, which means he's around 21.7 years old in human years. So that's how many sweeps the both of us are collectively. Damn, this thing's going slow, isn't it? What's the thing? Oh, the flames. Damn, that does nothing. Fuck. Okay. So that's sweeps. Next question, I'm sure, is talking about Ozio specifically. Do you know any Sea Dwellers, and what are your thoughts on them? My thoughts on Sea Dwellers are that they can be pompous. Or I guess Ozios' thoughts is that they're pompous from time to time, but some of them are kind of chill. The ones that need to, you know, hide from the contests, notwithstanding. Having to, you know, actually do their utmost best to not get noticed. It's an unfortunate way of life that they have to lead, but if they want to keep surviving, then it is what it is, you know? Can't think about it too hard, or else, you know, you'll start going crazy. But I think, if I know any, not particularly, or at least not yet. Wink, wink. Odds are good. The only, purple, and speaking out of character, I'm speaking as Surplus for a moment. Speaking as Surplus, odds are good he'll probably find a Sea Dweller. He'll probably come across one or two sooner or later, and he'll probably think that they're pompous, kind of, you know, up their own ass. But that's because the one that he's gonna meet is gonna be quite literally a hipster. I shit you not. I made one that is literally just the personification of a hipster. So, that could be fun. There we go. But he does not know any, and he thinks they're kind of pompous, but overall feels bad about the life that they lead. Why are things getting so intense? Holy shit. What happened? There we go. feel like I'm missing something here. I feel... Oh! I'm gonna add another one. I'm adding another one. Okay. So. Yo! What's up? What up? I'm answering questions and I'm playing some Bloons. Okay, playing's a strong word. I'm letting the Bloons... I'm letting the monkeys do the work for me. That sounds wrong. I'm letting the animals do the work for me. So, I'm just sort of chilling. Actually, I can probably put this back up. Okay. So we already talked about the Sea Dwellers. What type of blood color is my troll? He is a purple blood. He is a purple blood, and he does not subscribe to any sort of troll, not troll, any clown cult, whatever, because he thinks it's stupid. And by he, I mean me, the person. Me, surplus the person, thinks it's dumb. That every single purple blood that showed up decided to be the same exact fucking thing. But, yeah, he's a purple blood. Simple as. Now, I'm getting talked about, not talked about. My next question is about my, Lucis. And by me, I mean Ozios's. His Lucis is a type of snake dragon. A type of serpent like Lucis. I had initially planned on having his Lucis be commissioned, you know, but I think that's, you know, it's currently not in the works at the moment.
Get ready to feast.
Oh boy, gotta lock it in. All right, now we gotta lock in.
Fast.
This guy shoots so goddamn slow. There we go. There we go. Hold on, I'm too busy locking in. I'm so sorry. I'm not doing a good job. My Lucis is a dragon snake hybrid, or a wyvern snake type hybrid. It has the body of a snake, but the wing type talons of a wyvern, and the face as well. It's very kind. It's very accepting. It's a lot more wiser than it looks. Is my purple blood your troll sona? Yes. This is who my character is specifically. This is both the face of the channel as well as the first ever troll that I have ever made. So I kind of have a bit of a connection to this guy personally. So that's my Lucis as well. Just sort of, you know, a caring, kind soul. Older than he looks. Dopier than you would expect. But he's, despite being half dragon or half wyvern, he's got a powerful wyvern soul as well as disposition. Here's an interesting one coming up. But I want to make sure that I'm ready to handle whatever comes next. I want to make sure I'm locked in. Hold on. Okay, I think we're good. We should probably put more monkeys on the board. I do like the engineer. He is engineer. Okay, so the next one. What is your Strife Specubus? Is the question that I got asked. This is interesting, and I'm gonna have to really tell it how it is. Oh, excuse me. So, Ozios' Strife Specubus is... Okay, I guess I should preface this by saying, back when I first made him, I was watching a lot of a specific type of anime. One was Tokyo Revengers, which is why he has the backstory that he has. Two is I also fucking love Black Clover. The reason why I say this, because his whole ordeal is... His Strife Specubus is like a constantly rotating book. Every new thing he puts into the Specubus, the book shows up, flips over an infinite amount of pages, slaps it in, and it's just in there. In order for him to take it out, he has to open the book back up. It's still constantly turning, and he has to like time it to get to rip the page back out, and then it will materialize into his hands. That is what his Strife Specubus is. And I think I call it the book, the infinite book, or something like that. But yeah, that's his overall Strife Specubus. I want to expand upon it because I can imagine as well, in order for him to summon his weapon, he also summons it from a book, but it just sort of shoots out from it, which is why usually when he wants to be all cool about it, he'll put the Strife Specubus, turn it upside down, summon his weapon, and it'll just strike the ground, and he just picks it back up. I think that's so fucking cool. If I had the money, I would commission an animator to like do that. That would be so fucking cool. But anyway, make sure everything's ready to go. Oh, Silodex! Ah! I'm so stupid! Oh, I completely forgot! So that's his Silodex as well. His Strife Specubus is a, Hey, I'm kind of dumb. His Strife Specubus is, halberd kind, specifically polearm kind. He has a bardiche. If you don't know what a bardiche is, it's like it's a type of polearm. So yeah, pretty much anything that is a long fucking stick with a pointy thing on the end or slicey thing on the end, he can wield. It's very versatile. I personally fucking love polearms, so that's the reason why I have it. I just love polearms. I just think they're neat, really. What next? What's next? What next? I believe... What? Actually, hold on. I need to lock in again. Sorry. Sorry, I can't keep my eyes off things for too long, or else I'll start losing it.
Tasty.
Okay. I think I'm ready to return back to the questions. Yeah, I think everyone's good. Yes. You mean a spear? Yes. Yes. That a spear is a polearm. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure a spear is a polearm. Is it? Yeah, that is the type of weapon it is. If I wanted to say spear kind, I'd say spear. If I wanted to say spear kind, I'd say spear specifically. He can wield a spear. He can wield a halberd. He can wield a bardiche. He can wield a multitude of different types of polearms, which is also a spear. Which also means he can wield a spear. So, yeah. Next question on the list that I have here: do you usually strife or abscond? And to answer your question, Zappy, when I joined the Homestuck fandom, 2021. is what I want to say. I think that's when I first started reading it. I read it in the unofficial Homestuck collection, and then bada bing, all of a sudden I was hooked. I think it's 2021. It was around the time when COVID was in full force. So, yeah. That was it. That was an interesting time of our lives. Make sure everything's good. I can't sit here and be like, oh, let me just do this. Okay. Next question. Okay, talking about strife or absconding, I usually abscond. I don't like confrontations if I can help it, but if needs be that I must fight, I will. But I really don't like confrontations in general. That's my answer. I flee unless I am forced to fight. Long stick with pointed thing at the end kind, yes. Give me a stick with a pokey thing. With something that either slices and or prods and pokes. And that's the thing right there. So... okay, that's that. Oh, this one's fucking interesting, but I'll wait. It's interesting, but I'm gonna hold off for a second. I think we're good here. We're pretty well off. 58 out of 80. I think I'll keep going until I either reach the end of the questions or I finish this. Whichever one comes last. Whichever one happens last, is when I'll probably either switch games or I'll call it for the night. I may switch games. The day is still young over where I'm at.
Tasty.
There we go. Damn, these guys really know how to hit them. Ooh, this is a little interesting, isn't it? Yo. Hold on. I have to think for a second. This is taking a lot of brain power.
Run this one down.
There we go. Okay. Alright, now I'm locked in again. Okay. So...
Get ready to feast.
let's see. So here's the question that I got earlier. Would you want to play Spurb in real life? Just like with my would I strife or abscond, I hate confrontations and I don't want to be the one who causes the end of the world. I think that just fucking is unfortunate. I'd rather not, but if one of my friends have already said, oh, I already booted up the game, then I'm like, fuck. Here's the thing, it's gonna happen at some point, so I guess it's a lot easier just to say, sure, I'll do it, rather than do this umming and erming about it. You're like, yeah, sure, I'll do it, because someone else probably already did it, and we may as well get this ball rolling, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Can I not place one down here? There we go. Okay. So that's that for the Spurb. I would do it for Spurb if I play. Would I play Spurb in real life? I probably would, because odds are good someone else already, you know, probably already started up the train, so I may as well give it a fighting shot. Alright. I only have one more question to go for the for what I got from the questions from before, from earlier. So I don't know whether to wait or not. Oh my god, there's lots of shit going on. Hold on. I'm like, I need to semi-lock in again. Make sure everything's ready to go. I think we're good to go. This guy's seen no action. That's wild. I think we're good. Okay. The last question got asked by a fellow Boulder fan that has that we have talked, you know, throughout the time that I've been doing YouTube. A fellow Boulder fan has asked, this is a multi-stage question, what do you think is going to happen to Boulder in High Swap Canon? What's going to happen to her? I hope she lives. I hope, you know, when Act 3 comes around of Hive Swap that she's still kicking. She seems the type to be, you know, boisterous, being able to survive shit like a train crashing because she just sort of knew that it was coming and then dipped. That's my thinking, at least. But overall, in terms of high swap in general, I hope that you know, maybe she'll make like a band of thieves. Maybe she'll stop being a loner and realize that, you know, banding together is like, you know, true friendship or some shit like that. I don't fucking know. I just hope that she sticks around, really, at the end of the day, because I like her. The second part of the question is, they say also, and I hesitate to bring this up because boy, it's shaky, the Boulder lime blood theory. Now that is kind of interesting to me. I feel like it's possible. She keeps and it's, as I said earlier in the stream, it's possible that there are lime bloods all over the place. They're just hidden. It's quite possible that that's the case. You just never know. So I think it's... Is it a guarantee? No. Is it a possibility? Yeah, I think so. So I think it'd probably, you know, probably do well. I can believe in that theory for the most part. I don't know. I feel like it would be nice. It would be a nice way to add more character to her. But if she's not, then it's like, it's, you know, it's whatever. Boulder is still Boulder. Nothing wrong with that. So I think overall, it would be a cool theory if it was true. But if not, Boulder being herself is perfectly fine. What I think is going to happen to her in High Swap Canon, I think she's going to live the train crash whenever Act 3 decides to show up. And that's all the questions I had. That is all of the questions that I had. And that is all the stuff on this recording. So now, I guess I'll just wait for the... I guess what we can do now is we can fast forward through this. There we go. Really, this was mainly just a Q&A. I'll probably switch over to straight up gameplay in a little bit. Damn, this be going. We're kind of, and this is how it always is with Bloons. You'll get to a point where it's like, what do you do against a band of monkeys that refuses to go down? You don't do anything. You just sit back and enjoy that you're just, you know, you're just kind of chilling. Holy moly. We're just gonna speed through this, and then we're gonna get on to... I don't know what. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll think about it when I get there in, like, maybe a minute. Huh. Now I'll play more Dead Estate. Fuck it. I'll play more Dead Estate. That game was fun. Man, the top left just is a whole big bunch of bullshit in it. When lives are lost, bombs from on active triggers, which destroys all but the biggest balloons. Jesus. Alright, last round. Or second to last round. We're gonna face the UMG. Potentially. Whenever this soiree of bullshit. There we go. Easy, brother. Easy. Alright. Hell yeah. Alright, cool. So anyway, that's that. I don't know what else to do, bruh. I don't know. I don't know if I should just, you know, say that's that and then end the stream, or if I should do something else. I don't know. I'm kind of at two minds about it, you know. I'm gonna switch on over. Alright. We'll close this out. Overall, that didn't do too bad. Could have been worse. There we go. Okay. So, let's see. First of all, let's change over the, QnA. QnA over. Now it's just... So let's switch one out of mine. Alright, QnA over, now it's Dead Estate time. I'm playing some Dead Estate. Some of y'all don't know what Dead Estate is. Some of y'all may. Alright. Bloop. Do that. I know that I gotta move my chat box. I gotta move it back up here. Yeah, that seems fine. Alright. Oh, I guess I should probably stop the recording now. Oh, fuck. Yeah, sure. Alright. Stopping it, starting the new one. This is just me playing more Dead State after the QnA. Bro, imagine playing this thing.
Oh man.
Can only use melee and throwable type weapons. Sure.
Can I go home?
No. Lock it in. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Sorry. Kind of cucked you there. My bad. Need to turn off certain things. All right, we're good. Okay, so it has a home run, bitch. Ooh, we get combos. Combo broken. Alright, so he's got a combo meter. It's kind of interesting. Kind of like that.
Hello.
Moshi Moshi,
Be
the
safe.
big lady. I can't get out of the room. There we go. Alright, this dude is fast, and he also has no health. Holy shit, that took nothing. Fuck. Fucking A. Whack. Whack, whack. Whack. Okay. Wait, what is this? Marts? Alright, bring it on! Yo, he's bloodlusted. Feel the power, bro. Oh my god, why is it so fast? Chance for shots to seek out enemy targets. Yeah. There we go. Shouldn't you be in school? I have the day off.
If I knew someone was coming in.
Damn. Makes you explode upon death. Your explosion kills an enemy, you'll receive 1 HP. Oh, so this is yours, you little scamp. Yeah. Toilet paper. Get your TP. Now everybody gets a second chance, you know.
Goodbye.
Now get back to class. Some healing would be nice. Oh boy. Oh boy, that guy's fast. Come on, break. Damn it. Alright, well. Nah, I got too greedy. One more time. Fuck. Dwayne burger. The Dwayne! Increase your maximum health, but slows you down a bit. Damn. Jordan. So that's there. Hell yeah. Chocolates. Chocolat. God. Bro's a natural killing machine. Let's keep this combo going. Shit. Holy shit. You're so fast. Let's go. So fast with it. Well. Bullshit. Oh, wait. Let's go this one. Yeah. More recordings for the mill. Take a break every hour. Well, I'm going from one game to another, so... Oh my god. Jesus. Shotgun. Dad told me not to touch guns. You little fucking wussy bitch. Leech pack generates a little money as long as you're at 1 HP in room with enemies. Alright. That behind. The fools don't realize that I just want to play the game.
Don't waste my time.
Rusty key. Half heart locket.
Kill you later.
Heart pots more often. And it's chance draw time. Alright. Let me load real quick. Do that. Bruh. Okay. Big lady with big booba. It's probably just going to be a one-run sort of deal. I'll run it, and then I'll probably... Oh, wait, flood. Get over, you nerd.
Hello there.
What's up? That's a family heirloom. Be careful with it. Vases contain a little bit more money. Demon lung. Fire will burn enemies for a longer time and do more damage. I don't have anything with fire.
Goodbye.
Fuck. Let's go. The bloodlust. Paddle ball. That's kind of cool. Oh. Come on, get in sight. Things could be better. Things could be a lot better. Come on. This kid's wild. He's out here just killing motherfuckers. Shit. Shit. Slow down, you fuck. Okay. Man, shush. Fuck. Ah, fuck. Okay. Alright. Digby is hard to play with. Bruh. Alright. Alright. Do I continue on? Probably not. I don't know. I feel like I got all the questions done that I wanted to get out of it. I answered a majority of them. I answered them. I recorded it. Yeah. I'll probably just end it off there. Honestly. Although I only played Dead Estate for like 16 minutes. It wasn't a long time, but I don't know. I'm not feeling it now. That sounds so like, oh, now that the reason why people want to show up, you know, now it's gone. I don't know. Maybe I'll play one more time. I'll play boss.
You talking to me?
Bullshit. Highly destructive explosives. One more time. One more time. Gets more coins by killing enemies faster. Starts with the second chance.
Light her up!
Alright, one more time. We're playing as boss. What the fuck is that? Oh. Do those... Oh, I have to press right click. Gotcha. I get it. I get it. Candy cane. Oh my god, the game couldn't handle it. Damn. Okay then. Hello. Epilepsy warning, by the way, for those who are still watching. BTGO. Buying 3 items from the shopkeeper gives you the same floor, gives you a free item and chest. Show.
Hello. Go. Be safe. Huh.
Run into that guy. What the fuck's wrong with him? Don't answer that. Brother! 420, weed. Mush.
Stranger.
Creature movement speed, there were talks about brother's favorite.
Oh.
Range of radioactive aura, tax forms. Lose $1 every second on combat, but you gain damage proportional to your money. Fucking A.
Goodbye.
Oh, aren't you like wanted? Yep. Yeah. Oh boy. Big dicks are coming. Oh boy, gotta go. Anyway. Watch this. Oh yeah. Anyway. Cheesin'. I feel good about this one. And it sure opens by holding shift. I did not know that.
What if I knew someone was coming in?
Heartworm. Health pickups drop more often. IED. Where the hell did this come from? Causes some plots to explode and destruction. Can't think away from your pets. Reveals contents of cultist shops. It's like you don't even want to shop here anymore. Bro, it ain't like that.
Good luck.
Satellite strike. Chance to fire a huge missile at randomly selected enemy upon entry. Fuck yeah. Charge handgun. Basic charge weapon which powers up quickly. I'm good. What the fuck is this?
Like what you see.
Bazooka. Quiet the attention grabber.
See you
I think
later.
I'm good. Bullshit. Gun nut. I'm chest tape weapons instead. I probably shouldn't have grabbed that. That didn't sound very useful. Don't know what's so special about it unless it does noodles of damage. Healing.
Ugh.
What? Reminds me of jail. I need to find the exit. Where's the exit, bruh? Ugh. Bruh. And we go. Whoa. Oh, right.
Ugh.
Come on. Bruh. I just have to lock in a little. Actually, yeah. Lock in a little. That's all it is. That's all it is. I'll do this run. If this run don't work, which it may not, then we simply end it for the day. I just want to get a decent enough recording so I can get something for my Dead Estate video. That was simple.
Ugh.
Bitch ass. Yoroshiku. Glass eye. Shoot, tone in on enemies. Aim hack. Hell yeah.
Oh.
Triples the time it takes for pickups to disappear. Rocket boots. Fires bullets from yourself upon jumping. Boost jump height. I'll take the art class.
Oh. Have fun out there.
Those rapid fire jabs. There's the gauntlets. Stop, let you know. There we go. Goop launcher. Bouncy rifle. these things, bro. Brother, no way. No way. Bruh. Whatever. Fuck it. Fuck it. Now we're trying to salvage it. Alright. For anyone who's still around, the one person who's still around, thank you for showing up. Thank you for, you know, being around. Alright. I'm probably just gonna stop it here. Goodbye, good night, good evening, good morning, whatever it be, wherever you are, y'all. See ya. Alright. Guess that's that. Peace out, y'all. Thanks for showing up.